Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Black Sheep Me and today I am finally putting together my very first ever WIPGO board. I feel like I can finally participate with the amount of WIPs that I have, and I know there's different ways to do a WIPGO board with just one or two projects, but I didn't think about that many years past. But I guess at this point I have enough anyways now. So I'm very, very excited to be able to join in this year and see if this is something that's going to be fun for me. It seems fun in my head. So let's see if I'll keep up the momentum for the whole year. But I do have quite a lot of large full coverage projects. So I'm hoping that this will at least get me a lot of progress on those more than anything else. And then all the smaller projects that I've been adding lately, I can hopefully not only get a lot of progress with those, but at least I can also maybe get big chunks done on those very quickly so I can switch those out as I finish them and as more things come out throughout the year, as it normally does and it normally goes. So I will be using the wheel spin app that I've been using in my Flosstube videos, and I basically have all the projects that I have ready to go on this wheel. The only exception is the black water siren cell. I don't have that on there. I think that's just going to be done as the parts come out, and I already know I'm going to be a little behind on that, and I don't plan to go all year with that one. And if anything, I'll just put it on the wheel later. Once I get something done and it's still not a finish, then I'll just add that in the empty slot if that comes to be. But this is basically the wheel that I use in my floss tubes. It's got all of my projects, and then I doubled up my large full coverages twice, which is about 5 of them. So 19 projects in total, and then 5 of them are repeated as they are my largest projects. So they get worked on twice a year. All right, so I guess we'll just get started. I already created my own little WIPGO boards here. I did use the one from Jessie Marie Dove's stuff, and I kind of recreated it myself so it looked the way I wanted it to look. So I guess let me get into what WIPGO is if you are new here. WIPGO is basically WIPs, work in progresses, and they're basically in a form of bingo. So throughout the year, Jessie Marie Does Stuff created this sort of game slash event, and it goes all year. So approximately once a month, she will pull 2 numbers, 1 through 25, and those 2 numbers are the projects that you're going to work on that month with whatever goals that you decided to place on them. This is all your own personal preference on how you want to go about this. There is a Facebook page, and I believe there is an Instagram. I will have that all linked down below if you're curious. But this is basically my own little page here in my cross stitch planner that I've talked about, where it's all organized with everything cross stitch for me. So I'll also link down my cross stitch planner and where I got it from down below. And I have since made it my own by customizing it quite a bit, so it doesn't look exactly the same as the original, but it's close enough. And I love it. I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and get started. I won't be posting pictures of my progress thus far, but I will show you a picture of the project in general. So let's go ahead and get started here with our wheel spins. So we're just going to line these out, going row by row, and then I'll put it in here and fill out the goals afterward. So let's get started. First wheel spin, we have Spellbound Secrets. So I'm going to put it in Spellbound Secrets for my first box. Spellbound Secrets is a Crisabug pattern that is from threadgeeks.uk. Next wheel spin, we have Deadly Aquarium. Deadly Aquarium. Oh, this is going to test my spelling. Deadly Aquarium is a Lola Crow pattern. It was a SAL at one point and has since been fully finished, but I will finally get a start on this. And it's not started yet, so that'll be a New Year start. Third wheel spin. Dark Fairy. Dark Fairy is by Alex Ruiz and unfortunately has since been discontinued from Unconventional X Stitch. Vampirum. Vampirum is also a SAL from Noctiflora Designs that has since been completed as well, but I have recently just started it. Rare Horror Flies, also another Noctiflora Designs. Black Roses. Black Roses is from Owl Forest Embroidery. I can't think and type at the same time. We have Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods. This is a Flossabilities pattern. We got Dark Fairy for its second time on the wheel. This is, oops, this is a very large full coverage piece. So this gets the twice a year opportunity. We have the Heart Sampler, one that I have yet to start. So that will be a new start next year. The Heart Sampler is by Bad Vibes Only on Etsy. Oh, we have Falling. And this is the Fifth Element piece. I believe this is by Roy Red Thread Designs. They are also on Etsy. Let me fix this so it's lined up a little bit better there. This is also going to be a new start for next year. Halloween Mickey. Or Mickey Halloween. I always get it confused which way it goes. But this is a cross stitch I started for a friend. It is an Etsy pattern, but it is no longer available as well. Ooh, we got cucumbers. So Harvest Season Cucumbers by Owl Forest Embroidery. Or depending when this gets called and what gets finished, I have also Hug Your Brain by Witchy Stitcher. So it just depends what's going to be done when this comes up and where I'm at in both of these. Hug Your Brain is one I'm trying to get done by May. So if this gets called before May, it'll be Hug Your Brain. And if not, it'll be the cucumbers. Both of these I plan to finish early on in the year. So this might be the possible slot that gets whatever project is started new, or it could be the Blackwater Siren Sal. Just depends. So I'm going to put cucumbers / Hug Brain. All right. Then we have Celestine. This is my first ever cross stitch. So I would love to get some good progress on this one. This is by Margaret Morales from Heaven and Earth Design. So it is also a very large full coverage piece. We got the new normal. The new normal. This is a long dog sampler. I'm going to put those on an extra line. Normal. Perfect. This will be a focus piece this year. I want to have this done by the end of the year. So we'll see when this gets called and how far we are on this project. Black Vintage. Black Vintage. This is also an Owl Forest embroidery piece. I accidentally bought it when I got Black Roses because I thought it was Black Roses, but in the end I do actually really like this piece, so I was happy to have it either way. Oh, we got Celestine again for its second Celestine, there we go, for our second call as a large full coverage. We have Persephone. Persephone is by Alexandra V. Bach. It is also a Heaven and Earth design, so this is going to be one that's very, very large and will be called twice. We have our second Spellbound Secrets on the wheel there. Windrunner. Windrunner is by Kendra Gloomblade, and this is also another Thread Geeks pattern. I believe it's still available. I keep seeing that they're going to discontinue it, but I don't know. It's been there for a very long time. But this is one that is also going to be another focus piece for me this year to see if I can get it done completely. It's not it although it is a pretty decent size full coverage at 53,000 stitches. I think it'll stitch up very quickly if I put some focus time into it. So I'm hoping that this will be my second finish at the end of the year. We got the second Persephone call. Perfect. Get lots of progress on that one. It's my second largest piece. We have Love My Bear. Love My Bear. This is, let me put this better. My Bear. This is a Oraloa stamped cross stitch. And the great thing about this is it's actually licensed. So the artist does get paid for their work on this stamped cross stitch. It's not the biggest, which is nice. And unfortunately, this isn't in Pattern Keeper, so this will be with strands of floss. For my goal, I'll have to see how I'm going to calculate that in a bit. But that is Love My Bear, and I believe the artist is Marie Antoinette Kailau. I'm not sure how to say that correctly, but I hope that's right. Kailau, but it is from Oraloa. We have Halloween Mickey again for our second call. Perfect. I just realized I forgot my free space. So let me do this and move everything over. There we go. Easy fix. Easy fix. There we go. And then this will be my free space. I don't know what I want to do here in the free space. We'll talk about that in a minute. There's my free space. So we have Halloween Mickey. The last two are both large full coverages. So these are both going to, oh, it's both Lunar Goddess. Lunar Goddess next to each other on both. I just realized. Lunar Goddess, my largest full coverage cross stitch. So with that being called, I will now put them here and then we'll do the goals for all of them. All right, so now that I have everything listed out in its number, which are, the numbers are what they're going to be called. So when she calls two, it'll be two different numbers, and then I'll be able to go here and see what number aligns with which project. So the goals, these are my large full coverages here. And to begin with, I did fill out a whole sheet that tells me how many stitches per page for my very large full coverage pieces. The most here is almost 8,000. We have 7,840. So I think my big goal will be 8,000 stitches, as most of these are tent stitch projects. So technically it's like doing half the work, sort of. So I'm going to aim for my large full coverages, the ones that are doubled, to have 8,000 stitches. So for Spellbound Secrets, we're going to do 8,000 stitches. We'll do stitches. Deadly Aquarium. So for these like medium sort of cross stitches, this one is going to be 18,000, almost 19. It's on the higher side of 18,000. So I'm going to say 4,000 stitches. I think that was my thought, as these are full crosses. So I want to make sure that I get some good amount of stitching on here, because I'm going to have all month to work on these. If I do 1,000 stitches on a good day, once a week, then I should be pretty good to be able to get, 4,000. If I need to throughout the year, I can definitely lower this to like 2,000 or anything like that. But I'm going to start with 4 and see how that goes. Same with Dark Fairy. We're going to do 8,000 stitches. This is a large full coverage. Vampirum, we will also do 4,000. Rare Horror Flies, this one I believe is around 10,000. So I think I'll keep the same 4,000 stitches on this. Make this easy for myself. This is also for Black Roses. We'll do 4,000 stitches. Cabin in the Woods is almost 9,000. So yes, we'll do 4,000 stitches on this. Dark Fairy number 2. We're going to do another. Ooh, wait. No, that's right. In a month? That's fine. 8,000 stitches. Heart Sampler. The Heart Sampler has 16,500. So yes, let's keep the 4,000 stitches here. The Fifth Element one is 10,000. So that's fine. I'm pretty sure everything is pretty high. So it'll either be 8 or 4. Mickey's Halloween, that's going to be 8,000. As it's a large one. This one will both be 4 because they were about small, medium sizes for Cucumbers and Hug Your Brain. Free space is free. Again, going back to the free space, I guess we'll see when it's called. If I'm in the mood, I will do a new start. if I'm in the mood, maybe I'll do a wheel spin and pick a big project to put more extra stitches into. I don't know. The free space is, I guess, like a wild card, and I can do whatever I want with that extra call. So we'll see where I'm at in the year when it's available. Celestine is a large one, so we're gonna do 8,000 stitches. New normal, new normal is 38,000 stitches, and I want to get this done by the end of the year. So I think I will, but it is a full cross project. It is a full cross. So I think not to overwhelm myself, I'll just do the 4,000 stitches. And I'll have a smaller goal for this one throughout the year. Black Vintage is 4,000 stitches. That one's not very large. Celestine will get its 8,000 again. There we go. Stitches. There we go. Double check my work. Persephone is 8,000 stitches. Spellbound Secrets, 8,000 stitches. Windrunner, okay, so this one is a full coverage. Again, it's 50,000. I want to get this done, so I think I'm going to keep this one at 8,000 because it is a tent stitch or half cross project. So we're going to keep this one at 8,000. Persephone, 8,000. Love My Bear. So this one, again, I don't have it in Pattern Keeper as it's a printed chart. So I want to do strands. I'm not sure how many strands would be reasonable. So maybe let's go with 20 strands of floss. And try that. If I feel like it's not enough, then I'll double it or something, but I'm going to aim for 20 strands. I feel like it is on 14 count, so one strand is going to go fairly quickly, I feel like. So yeah, we'll keep it at 20 strands, and if I feel like I can double that in the month, I will. But we'll give ourselves 20 strands of floss. Halloween Mickey, we'll do another 8,000 stitches here. Lunar Goddess, of course, 8,000 stitches on both of these. All right, so that's basically ready to go. Let's center this. Perfect. All right, hello. This is Sheep from the Future. I was about to start editing this video, and then I realized I'm supposed to have 2 WIPGO boards. I forgot that I was going to do the, what is this called? Creepy cross stitch book that I have. I plan to do all 25 patterns, basically to decorate my downstairs bathroom. So I figured 25 patterns, 25 spots on the WIPGO board. So I figure I was going to add these. So these numbers might be a little ambitious now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to do the first month, and if it's too much stitching, then I'll definitely cut back on some of these numbers. I might half them. But let's fill out the bingo board for the creepy cross stitch patterns. There's literally 25. So that is perfectly gonna fit in here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I have them all on a wheel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin and then just fill them out as I go. Now this one won't have a free space. This will be a filled completely board. So let's get to the spinning and see what comes up in what order. I'll try and post a picture of each one. So we have cranium carnations. Carnations. Then we have welcoming committee. Perfect. Next is going to be dead berries. Sunroom. Haunted Hearth. Let me put that on a second row. There we go. Former homeowner. Oops. Homeowners. That's a long word. I'm gonna have to fix that one. We have gentle monstrosity. Monstrosity. There we go. Lovers' graves. Baba Yaga, or is it Yaga? I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways. Baba Yaga. We have white rat. The Grim. Ooh, bell jar. Illuminated ghoul. Haunted wings. Oops. There we go. Getting all the ASMR today. Trick or treat. Witch house. Hidden lodgings. Thistles and bones. Fright night. Springtime in the graveyard. Witches cauldron. Mid-century haunted. Doom and gloom. And the last two, we have dark deco. And the last one is shadows on the, oops, on the what? I can't see what it says. On the moon. Shadows on the moon. All right, perfect. So let's put these on here. Carnation or cranium carnations. Cranium. So we have the goals for these, which is basically to finish each one. So these aren't very large cross stitches. Most of them are fairly decently small. I think the most would be like 5,000 stitches or so. I don't know. I haven't counted them all. I've only done the first two that are super tiny, and they're like 1,000 stitches each. Some of the bigger ones might be double that or maybe even triple that. And so at the most, I'm guesstimating some of the biggest ones are going to be at the most 5,000. So I feel like it's very, very doable in a month. And to do 2 a month, I don't know. Like I say, this might be a little ambitious, but we're going to try our best. So this is all going to be finished. This is all going to be finished. Start. Oh, maybe I should put start finish. Start/finish. And we're just going to complete this for all. Can I do this? There we go. There we go. Start and finish. So easy peasy. But there are my 2 WIPGO boards. Yeah, this might be a little ambitious. We're going to see what we can do in this first month. And if it's way too much for me, then I'll definitely cut back a lot, especially with these numbers up here. This I'm very determined to get done though. I definitely think 2 a month should be pretty doable. So we'll see how that goes. So as these get called, I will put the month, and then when I reach them, and then of course I have my color coding here. So as I go, these are all not called in white. If it's called but not finished, then I will highlight them in yellow. If they haven't been called but I do finish, which would be like cucumbers or hug your brain, I will do that in orange. And then if it was called and I finish my goal, it will be in this dark maroon color. The first numbers are called on Christmas, December 25th. And then since I will be on vacation, I'm on vacation now as you're seeing this. I'm going to get started as soon as I get back, depending if I didn't take the project that gets called with me on my vacation, then I'll start them when I get back home. I will also do my first ever whip parade. I can't even think of it. So that's where I'll show all the progress on each project that I'm at. I do have a couple projects that I've started that you haven't seen yet, so that'll be really exciting to finally get that all documented and up for all of you to check out. But this is my WIPGO board. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all ready for the chaos of next year. I hope you're all ready for the chaos of watching me try to do all this next year. But go big or go home, right? More is more. So I hope you all the best journeys on your own WIPGO progress. I can't wait to see everybody else's calls and stuff throughout the year in their floss tubes. It's one of my favorite things to watch, so I'm really excited I get to participate this year. But yeah, I will have all the info linked down below. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. And I hope to see you all soon. Cheers to another year completed, and I hope all the beginning of your next year starts amazingly. I will see you all soon. Bye.